Um, Thanks for having me. It's nice to be back there. Presently, my body is in Berlin, and this is what it looks like. Um, right now, we're working on having one of the hottest years ever. I mean, I think maybe by the end of the summer, we'll be able to have the hottest year ever. Last year was the hottest year ever. And the amazing thing about that as a spa entrepreneur is that it means that when people get really hot, they get a little bit stressed out, especially when it gets hotter and hotter every year. And so you can see the streets are quite quiet. And I think a lot of people are at home being worried about climate change. But you know what that means for us spa entrepreneurs? Business, because when people get stressed out, they want to get unstressed out. And that's where we come in. I'm just going to take a second to share my screen after I have a little bit of iced coffee at the spa. Let's see, one second. Okay. So I bet as students, you're wondering, how are you going to make money in the future? And what's going to happen when everybody's so stressed out about stuff like climate change and genocide? Well, I have a little bit of an offer, a little bit of a proposal, and I want to first welcome you to our spa empire. So I want to start with a rumor that I've been hearing, but I've also been spreading. And it's just that it's the end of the world. And all we really want is to pay to feel our bodies somewhere on the planet. I mean, some of us will do anything for that. And again, my name's Cassandra Thornton, and I am what you would now call a spa entrepreneur. You can find my work at the feministeconomicsdepartment.com. But anyway, when I see land and I see people, I see a huge opportunity. And I may not look like it because I might seem young, but that might be because I've been using SPF 50 for the last week or so. But I am very old and I've been a spa entrepreneur for a very, very long time. I can't even quite remember all of the different successes that I've had in opening spas, but I can remember a few. And I'm going to share some of the market sensing that I've been doing over the years. So first of all, in Oakland, California, in 2019, if you can remember back then, I was the person behind something called Desperate Holdings, Real Estate, and Landmine Spa. And if you're interested in the pamphlet, I'm happy to send it. We opened this because we realized that there might be a relationship between real estate and spas. Have you ever noticed that? I'm not going to try to explain this because it's really deep what happened there, but I have someone else who can explain it really well in this video, so I'm just going to go ahead and share it.
No, I think there's still no sound, Cassie.
Oh, now.
Great.
Great. Sorry about that.
this incredible clay mask. You can carry it with you, you can wear it on your body at any time. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know the place to get this one-of-a-kind clay is called Desperate Holdings Real Estate Landmine Spa. I haven't been able to afford a place to stay for a while, but it's okay now because I have this clay. Can you guys see that? Made of 100% pure San Francisco real estate. This land is a little toxic, but totally sacred. This is the richest land I have ever touched. The crazy thing is, this clay is from the financial district, which is actually too expensive for me to even touch. Like, I wear my real estate everywhere I go because it makes me feel less homeless. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to feel beautiful and not homeless, just check it out. Bye guys.
Okay. Thanks for watching that video. So in the spa, when you came in, clients would get spa services that were designed by people that would be soon evicted from the city. And so in this image that we're showing right here, you can see a person holding a bag, and they're holding a bag with some clay in it. And this person would soon be removed from the city, and she has been, as we all would be. But anyway, this clay is San Francisco real estate from the financial district, as the video said. And in the process in this picture, actually, this was a kind of therapeutic process designed by somebody, like I said, who would be removed from the city, who's like most people that were working there were artists and activists. But in this process, they were helping people get rid of their survivor's guilt, which is the guilty feeling that they survived or got housing while many other people didn't. And in this boutique real estate agency within a very brutal rental market, of course, there was a gift shop, obviously. And so clients could buy a little bit of real estate that they could wear, even if they couldn't live inside of any. And so this was somebody that had been living and working in the neighborhood for a long time that couldn't afford to live there. All right. So let's breathe for a second. I mean, we are in a spa, and when we're in a spa, we're talking about spas. When we're talking about spas, things can get a little bit intense. So I'm just going to ask you right now to close your eyes. And now take a giant inhale. Inhale all the way up, fill up, inhale a little bit more, and then hold it. And now just like imagine that you're in a spa. Like where you are, it's a spa. Okay. Hold it, and then exhale. Like, don't you feel better? I do. Okay, so now I want to present you my most recent market sensing, which was a very successful spa experience that I produced in Baden, Switzerland, which is actually one of the first spa towns in the Roman Empire. And I'm into spas, like be fruitful and proliferate, right? So like in the mutation, this spa was called the Social Spa for Collective Mutation. And it came about because there seems to be a relationship between crisis and spas. And we opened just in October of last year. So do you see a correlation ever? Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to show you another video with my friend in it because she's way better at explaining these spas than I am. So just a second.
puffiness that says that things are pretty bad, like not for me or for you, but like for everyone else, I'm going to introduce you to a new technique that will fix all that. Dry brushing. I'm actually in a comfy, cute place very far from Gaza, Ukraine, and Sudan, and even I can't do my self-care routine. It's not too late. Let's start making soft downward strokes on your neck using a clean, dry toothbrush. Honestly, the worse things get in Palestine, the more you can really see my fine lines and wrinkles. Now I'm going to work the area in front of my ears. I didn't even know there was pain in the world until I looked at my T-zone just now, you guys. Here's my thing. How do the ladies in disaster zones maintain their glow? 2 words: lymph drainage. Start using little soft sweeps going outward between the T-zone and ears. You're going to look so much younger, even if it's not clear what there is to live for. The thing that you don't realize is that dry brushing is also going to help you in ways you can't imagine. There's this little seahorse in your brain. Her job is to help you remember, but she can't because she's swimming in dirty water right now. Global stress polluted your beautiful waters. These lymph drainage techniques actually drain that swamp. And remember, we didn't always look this bad. A different world is possible. Please try out this technique and share it with your friends.
But again, aha. So in the social spa for collective mutation, we provided services for people who knew they needed to change, but they weren't sure how. So we offered a lot of different sort of adaptations of a spa that had already been there for 1,200 years. So for example, Swiss people could use their body heat to heat the water that was made extremely cold by an extreme amount of Swiss francs in the water. They could also throw plates and scream about their feelings of powerlessness connected to their privilege that they didn't know what to do with. So you can see those illustrated here. So I want to share something a little bit vulnerable with you. There's something happening inside of me right now, and I guess it's my parafictional market sensing number 3. I think you might know what I'm talking about, because when I see land and I see people, I see an unbelievable opportunity. I want you to imagine a spa where you are sitting right now, just as we did when your eyes were closed. A place where you are now run by people who are seeking asylum, escaping war and extreme climate disasters, who need access to land and safety now. Imagine those people running a spa on Mun. Imagine a spa run by people who know how to survive a genocide and how to heal themselves anyway. Imagine that these people design creative healing services, and we call them artists. And obviously, I already have a business plan. I wouldn't come here without one. So here we go. Number 1, we find artists seeking asylum while we assume that everyone is an artist. 2, these artists design healing services for people escaping difficult situations, which on some level is everyone. 3, these artists host a spa where you are right now. 4, we use the land together. It is a commons. 5, we get rich because more people equals more rich. So I think you're already getting the idea. I'm an entrepreneur because I have great ideas. My branding idea for the spa is already here, and it has a subtitle, but it's missing a title. The subtitle is We are all fleeing violence on some level, some more than others, of course. But like I said, we don't know the title yet. And I think I love democracy, and I might need a little bit of help developing the title. So what will we call it? In Europe, we enjoy democracy, don't we? We love when everybody has an equal say about what to do with our land and with how we structure our society. And everything is extremely fair and litigious. So it's voting time. And this right now is going to be a democracy. So I think what maybe how we can start is we're going to read a lot of titles that I have produced already for you out loud together. And then we're going to vote on which is the winner. So I'm going to show you a small list that I've gathered of possible titles for the spa that will happen on your land right where you are. And if you would trust me, maybe on the count of 3, we could read these out loud together. I hope that's okay. So on the count of 3, let's begin. 3, 2, 1. Island Oasis Spa, Deep Reparation Spa Zone, Zen Path to Liberation Spa, Lavender Fugitivity Spa, Blissful No Borders Spa, Escape Together Spa, Float Away from Violence Spa, Pure Bliss Survivor Spa, The Pampered Post Nations Palette Spa, La 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 La, I Can't Hear the Sirens Spa, Soothe and Groove Spa, Aqua Therapy for Water Stress Spa, Fugitive Floating to Safety Spa, Refugee Reality Finesse Spa, A Place to Be Safe for a Moment Spa, Vitality Against the Odds Spa, Dermatology and Whiteness Undoing Spa, Rhapsody of Righteous Deep Restoration Spa, The Art of Escape and Relaxation Spa, Mermaid's Lagoon Spa, Nourishing Nature's Spa, We Are Nature Defending Itself Spa, Sorry for Colonialism Spa, Enchantment Beyond Self-Care Spa, Asylum, Sanctuary, and Serenity Spa. Now that we've deeply taken in our complete democratic choices for the title of the spa, we're going to get to this moment of democracy, but there's just one more thing. Oh, wait, there's just a couple more names. But that's okay. I've already given you too many choices, too many amazing choices for what to call the spa. So, sorry, one second. Okay, so for this next slide, it's very important that everybody in the audience thinks about what you would like to name the spa. You can turn to your neighbor when I say go, and you can have a discussion for the next 30 seconds about what you think would be the best name for the spa that will be right where you're standing right now. I'm going to count down into the microphone from 30, and when I'm done, I'm going to ask you to deliver your democratic vote. I'm going to turn back to the list of possible titles so that you can discuss this with your neighbor. And I'll count down from 30 for you. So go ahead and start now. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, and 1. You can finish your conversations later. Now we're going to have a little bit of a democratic experience together. So you've already brainstormed with your neighbors. I'm going to ask you to say your choice out loud so that we can have a democratic experience. So I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. At the end, I want you to say your choice out loud so that I can hear it. Are you ready for your democratic experience of spa naming? I hope so. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to be calculating the results of the voting for the next few seconds. So you can go ahead and just breathe. And if you forgot, that involves inhaling and exhaling and repeating. It's just going to take me a second to tally the votes. Okay, I think I've got it. I think we're getting close to it at least. Yep, I got it. Okay. So I want you to know that we use the most democratic processes possible. I took it deep down inside of all of my chakras. And what I want you to know is that these results were impossible to settle given the conditions of the situation. And so the results of the name of the spa that will go where you are is going to have to be Never Settled Spa. Apologies for any upset that you might have about the democratic process. We did what we could. But as you know, we're all fleeing violence on some level, and some more than others. Anyway, like I mentioned before, I'm just going to come back to it, and it might feel different now that we've spoken together for so long, but it's the end of the world. And all we really want is to pay to feel our bodies somewhere on the planet. And I think that the important thing that I want to come back to is like when there's land and there's people, there's an opportunity. And so I would just say, get her done. And just so everybody knows, there is a spa in development for the summer of 2025. And I hope to see you there. We'll be hiring.